السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. دكتور ياسر وين؟ إبراهيم بابا روح؟ موجود ها؟ خلاص اوكي. just want to make sure انه معنا. الله يجزيك الخير. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه ومن والاه. In the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the most compassionate and most merciful, all praise and thanks are due to him, and peace and blessings be upon his beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. He who is guided by the will of Allah, no one can misguide him. He تذكرك موجود. السلام عليك. جزاك الله خير إبراهيم. I wanted to make sure that he's with us, but جزاك الله خير. He who is guided by the will of Allah, no one can misguide him. And he who is misguided, no one can guide him except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I do bear witness that there is no God but Allah and Muhammad is his messenger. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Jazakumullahu khairan for having me with you today, and ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to help me to be of some help. Today's session, we have been disconnected for more than 1 year and a half. So I think many things happened during this time. So I want to make benefit. حياكم الله. الله يكرمكم. لا ما في مشكلة. الله يجزيك الخير. اوكي طيب تمام. يا أحبة, sometimes a session, a 10 minutes, a talk, a word could change your life, regardless who is saying these words. So let's all together focus, inshallah. Ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to let me of some help. The main title that I'm using for today's session is, have you noticed the value? I'm questioning. By the end of the talk, everyone should be able to answer the question. My question is what? Have you noticed the value? So keep it in your mind, because I need you to answer the question. Another title that could be used is, at time of crisis, you will realize the reality. I will give an introduction to tell you why I made it somehow it's a little bit ambiguous. Why? In the introduction, I want to pay your attention to some points. Point number one, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created this universe as we believe. And Allah controls this universe. And Allah has his own divine way, how, if I may say it, to operate the universe, how to manage the universe in his way. One of the terminology that we use it to describe how Allah is managing, operating the universe is the word qadar. Aqdarullah. In our Islamic terminology, al-qadar. So sometimes part of al-qadar al-ilahi, part of Allah's plans that in many cases we have no idea about what comes behind them, unless if we believe in the wisdom of Allah, Allah is pushing us or making us aware of something. Unless this happened in this way, we will not be able to realize it. Okay? Under this umbrella, I will be talking on my topic. Now, next point. I will give you examples about the title. The title, you will not be able to realize the value of something unless of the time of the crisis. Keep this in your mind. Then I will tell you what is the thing that I'm asking you whether you have realized its value or not. Still, I have not highlighted what I'm talking about. Yet, in a few minutes you will know. But I want to fix the concept logically in your mind. I put some maybe quick 5 examples. Now, the power bank. Do you know the power bank that you use it to charge your mobile? Mainly the power bank is there somewhere. Not necessarily anyone is appreciating its value unless if you are traveling. When you are traveling, if you are camping, if you are in the airport, in the airplane, disconnected from any plug to have any kind of electricity, you need Google Maps, you need to search whatever, power bank is very valuable. When you have a special need, serious situation, you will appreciate the power bank. Otherwise, power bank is just something is thrown there somewhere in your office. Keep it in your mind, number one. Number two, examples. Home and car insurance. For example, I'm paying for the insurance now, okay, for my home. Unless I have a serious earthquake or flood or very strong wind that destroyed part of my house, I will not appreciate the value of what? The insurance, because I lost a house with a value of $1 million and I might be thrown in the street. Who will compensate me? For example, generally, I'm not discussing now whether it's halal or haram. I mean the insurance. It's not my point. My point, I will not be able to realize the value of insurance unless when I lose part of my house. Car insurance. Unless I have a car accident and I cause the injury of 5-6 people, or I cause the death for 2-3 people, the cost of the surgical, for example, issues and medical, whatever, $500,000, and I have nothing from that, then I will realize how important that my car should be insured. Now, when I'm sitting here, hey, is your car insured? Who cares يا شيخ؟ توكل على الله. شو who cares يا زلمة؟ طب what if يا عمي توكل على الله يا حبيبي. Be careful. Be careful at any moment. By mistake, not necessarily you do it deliberately, you might cause a big injury for someone. But who knows? Be careful. Don't drive without car insurance. Sheikh, don't worry. ربنا سبحانه وتعالى بسهل. طيب يلا, you are in prison now. They want $500,000 from you. What are you gonna do? Just keep it in your mind. My point so far is just, I don't realize the value of something unless if I'm in a crisis or in a difficulty, okay? This is my point now, still. I'm just laying some kind of like, foundation to prove something, then I will go to another step. Another example, but I want to fix it in your mind. GPS. When you use the normal internet, Google Maps, you will know the value of the GPS. At least the GPS, it's directly connected with the satellite. If you are in the desert with GPS, alhamdulillah, after the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you can be saved. Without GPS, maybe you will die. The importance. Last example. Let me ask the brothers here. Which is better for you, Jeep or Ferrari? Jeep 60,000, Ferrari $500,000. But what do you prefer? Most of the youth will prefer normal Jeep or Ferrari? The red Ferrari, Lamborghini, Bentley, all of them $250,000 and above. The Jeep 60,000. Most of the youth will prefer what? Yani if you ask 99% of the youth, okay, you have Lamborghini, Ferrari, Jeep, or Land Cruiser, Toyota, SUV, four-wheel drive, 40, 60, 50,000. The others, all of them, $500,000 and above. Most of them will choose what? Right. If you are stuck in the snow, which is the most important car now? Jeep or four-wheel? Now, the value of the four-wheel drive or the SUV car is much more important, tens of times, than the beautiful Ferrari. But no one will appreciate that unless if you are stuck in the storm or in the mud or in the water or in the mountain or in the snow. At that time, you will wish If long time ago you did not buy the Ferrari, you don't waste all of your wealth with the Ferrari and you have a four-wheel. I'm just fixing a common sense things in your mind. Car insurance, the value when you have a problem. House insurance, four-wheel drive with a very luxurious car, but when time of crisis, no benefit at all. 5 centimeters of snow, Ferrari will stop. Forget it, خلاص. حطها وانسى الموضوع. Okay? Just put these points in your mind as a common sense logical things. Let's jump to the beginning of my point now. The beginning of my point is, unfortunately, from my humble experience, dealing with many Muslims around the world, teaching a lot of youth, males and females, a good percentage of born Muslims, they don't feel proud of their Islamic identity. Simply because they were born Muslims, okay? And they do not appreciate the value of the product that they have. They inherited an identity. However, many of them, they don't appreciate this identity, even though they own it, even though they have it, even though it is theirs. However, no appreciation. Therefore, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, part of His plan, brings, creates, manages, operates things in a way to make you, me, we, what? Realize part of the value that we do not appreciate. Are you with me so far? I gave you what's the concept of I don't appreciate unless I'm in a trouble. This is like a common sense law. Then I told you my problem that I'm planning to solve is, in reality, many people, they don't appreciate the Islam. Main reason, simply they took it as inheritance. They believe just in the superficial level. They did not study, they did not live very well, it was not explained for them, for many reasons, regardless. The end result, they don't know the real value. So, taking from the experience of this last 16, 18 months of Corona, I will pay your attention how Allah is forcing not us, humanity on earth, just to appreciate the value of the message and the system of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, whether you are a Muslim or a non-Muslim, it doesn't matter. Just very quick. And by the way, I'm not addressing your emotions now. I'm using pure logical evidences. Okay? Now, you know in Corona caused humanity to change their projects, plans, engagements, relations, everything. Can anyone claim that Corona did not influence the people? Style of life? Millions of people, they could not travel even though they used to travel. Millions of people, they were not able to meet even though they meet on daily basis. Millions of people, they could not carry on in their job, lost their jobs. Many things happened. But I'm concerned with 2-3 aspects just to prove my case, to give you how generally the world used to think and act, how we used to think about what the world is thinking about what we have, how Corona, by Allah, made the humanity realize the value of what we have, even though we are supposed to be appreciating this long time ago. Very quickly, very simple. I will not bring them complicated. First example. When Corona came, the concept of hygienic system of the life, النظافة, غسل الإيدين, which is part of our ritual worship on daily basis. If you remember, go back 18 months ago from today, nearly, more or less. At the very beginning, before they start talking about sanitizers, because the first weeks and months, all the people, the most important things, millions of doctors, they were talking to prevent spreading the virus. Doing what? Wash your hands. Do you remember? Do you remember that? Wherever you go, millions of times. Wash your hands. Wash your hands. No problem the soup. No problem the shampoo. No problem. Just water. Wash your hands. Wash your hands. 70% of germs and microbes, they will disappear just by cleaning your hand. Wash your hand. Wash your hand. Wash your hand. Please, who is the only system, who are the only group on earth that their religious system asks them on daily basis to cleanse their hands and their washes and their bodies many times on earth except Muslims? Who? Crisis came, it gives you an idea. But enlarge the points. Washing the hands and wudu is just simple parts. To the best of your knowledge, I think you have heard about the concept of ghusl. When we have this ritual shower, Jum'ah, when husband and wife have a sexual relation, which is ghusl wajib. Now, who on earth, when a man and a woman have any kind of relation, it's a compulsory, haram not to do it, to have a full shower to cleanse your body. And highly recommended when you go to Friday to have ghusl al-Jum'ah. Highly recommended to cut your nails. Who on earth in their system we have khisalul fitra, to remove hair from a certain part of your body? Our system is interfering in the tiny parts to cut our nails, to remove the hair from our bodies, to cleanse our bodies in full, and to keep washing our hands 24/7. If you want just to apply the 5 times wudu, you will do this at the beginning once. This once means 3-4 times. Then when you apply this sunnah, you will do it 3 times. Multiplied by 5 wudu, 15 times. If you did it because you pray the duha, you have done it 18, 19 times. On daily basis, I'm applying the highest hygienic medical recommendation on earth. After a crisis, I do it 1400 years ago by default. I'm not addressing you as a Muslims. Please, when you listen to me, try to act as if you are a non-believer and non-Muslim. Oh my God. Who designed this system? Muhammad? By the way, I'm asking you, who designed this system? Muhammad? Is it Muhammad? Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Who designed it? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's the Rabb of Muhammad. Muhammad, he is just a messenger. This is the message. Sometimes Allah is pushing us when the whole world now is going through what we already do hundreds of years ago. Just the simple, the idea, the philosophy behind it, try to realize the wisdom. Because by the way, this is how non-believers become Muslims. Because they notice these things that some of us, we don't pay attention to. Another simple example. The highest recommendation on earth after the coronavirus was be aware of physical touches. Don't kiss. Don't hug. Don't shake hands. Yes, salam. Who's suffering from this? Muslims? Do you think Muslims were suffering from this? I'm talking about true Muslims. True Muslims. Because by default, if you are a true Muslim, you are not supposed to shake hands with women and women with men. So we have cut 80% of physical. What is the highest human way in physical touch? What is it? Shaking hands. Shaking hands. Then hug and kisses. True or false? Am I exaggerating? As a human phenomena, how most of the people, they get into physical touch? Shaking hands, hugs and kisses, and the sexual relations. Now, Corona said, ممنوع 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 ممنوع. No, 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 no. Subhanallah. By default, for us, it's not allowed. Who designed this system? Are you with me? If you feel shy for a minute, please go and review how you are not appreciating the system that Allah has given you. when they are in the crisis, they found themselves, I'm talking about them, I mean by them, the people of earth, humanity. When they are in crisis, they return back to the fitrah that we are already enjoying it on a daily basis without even noticing that we have this treasure with us. Third example, quick example. The concept of sitr. It's a very difficult, by the way. How many Arabs among you understand the Arabic word sitr? Can you please raise up your hand when you hear the word sitr? You feel that you understand it? Less than 30%. Shahid, how do you understand this word in English? What does it mean for you as a female Muslimah? Sitr, what does it mean, sitr? As a concept?
I would put it under
Modesty. Jamil. What else? How do you understand when you hear the Islamic terminology of sitr? We have a big umbrella. In Islam, we are always calling for sitr. Okay? General meaning of sitr. By the way, satara yasturu sitran linguistically, literally means to cover. Okay? When I do this. But let me understand. Sitr, she says, for example, one of the good words, modesty. What else? Yes. Protection. Jazid, yes. Protection, modesty. What else? Yes, Doctor. Sorry. Cover. طبعا literal word cover. Cover, which covering leads to protection, and it leads to modesty as a general attitude in the society. Now, generally speaking, when we discuss the concept of hijab or niqab or isharb, generally speaking, many people, they are making fun, attacking the concept of sitr, modesty, chastity, protection, covering in Islam. Don't we face a big attack generally? Don't we? Right. When Corona came with the crisis, the first human niqab. Face shield. Lap gown. Gloves. How many millions they are doing this now? Can you tell me? Hundreds of millions. How many of them they were making fun of Muslimah? Can you tell us, how can you understand while you're having the niqab? I'm not discussing the niqab, whether it's fard or spard. It's not my point now. My point, how many millions they were making fun of the munaqqaba. All of them, they become munaqqabin now. Not munaqqabat, munaqqabin. Mr. Macron, where did the niqab? You know Macron? Yes, he wore the niqab. Yes, subhanallah. طيب. Subhanallah. How can you function? You know, it is very important. It's very difficult to work while we are in these things. How come you are working now? مضيفات الطيران والمedical labs, will people in the very hot, a lot of crowd. Is it, mask, face protector, and gloves. Wallahi, if Islam is asking us to do this, they will make fun 24 hours of us. Why you are doing it? My point, the philosophical point, when they are in a crisis, they return back to what many of us do it as part of their daily system, because it is a divine system. The protection physically with your clothes, in your physical relation with others, it's a simple part of our religion. For them, it's when they are in the crisis, just they do it. Easily, most of the people on earth, they will forget all of these things. They will return back to what they used to do. For you, take a lesson. For you, don't miss the point. It's a divine message, at least for you, to appreciate what you have. Because when all of them, they face the problem, they came to your system by default, which means at least rethink. What kind of system is this? When anyone is in a problem, he, she, they come to the system that I'm applying. Just stop and rethink. Now, with this, let's say, attempt from my side to prove all of this, I put the following, ending for my talk. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد. I said at the end, I'm resembling تشبيه يعني تقريبا what Allah has done through this crisis, through this pandemic, for humanity, for Muslims in specific, like a slap in the face, metaphorically speaking. You know when someone gives a slap for the others? And by the way, when someone is drunk and he's about to hurt himself, what is the best way to do for him? He's drunk, he's moving, at any moment he could hurt himself. What's the best thing to do? You know, chaf, you know chaf? You know chaf? بصباحه. Who can translate chaf بصباحه? Huh? chaf بصباحه, you know? This is a Jordanian. Chaf بصباحه, and to give him a slap with your full hand in his face. This is what? This is a metaphor, okay? This is what? By the way, by a slap in the face, you will do what? You are drunk. Slap, you will do what? Wake up. Okay? I personally urge you, please, to stop and to think with yourself or with your close friends about how Allah sent us a slap in our faces, Muslims and non-Muslims, just to rethink about the treasure and the value of what you have. I will quickly give you 3 quick examples from Islamic legislations, and I will stop my talk, then I will receive your questions, inshallah. But I have an example that I always love to use. Can anyone give me his mobile? Mobile? You have mobile? Can you give it to me just? I will not take it, don't worry. Okay? Jazakallah khair, man. Thank you very much. Okay? I need to visualize the things just to be fixed in your mind easily. The likeness of us as Muslims in terms of having Islam is like me after inheriting this valuable mobile from my father. I have it. It's with me. It's a smartphone, okay? I'm completely ignorant about how to use it. This is a smartphone. You know smartphone, what does it mean? Smartphone, mainly, it is the controller of your life. Bank accounts, okay? Videos, photos, social media, connection, buy, you sell, you search, you submit your homework, everything here. If I inherited this mobile from my father, I have it in terms of it's my property, yes, but I have no idea what smartphone means. I have it, but I'm not benefiting from it. I'm not benefiting from it. The reason, I have no idea. Even though I have it, I hold it, but no benefit, no appreciation by any way. If someone, out of mercy, came to me, by the way, if someone is calling, تفضل. مشوار? Okay. Okay, shall I reply? If someone came to me and say, do you mind if I give you an idea about the thing that you already have? Just an introduction. This is how you open this device. This device is a mobile or cell phone. It consists of X, Y, Z, whatever. You can open it by this way. This is how you put a password. And you can call anyone who has something like that. Really? Can I speak with my mother? 15,000 from here? Miles? Really? Yes, okay, tick, 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 with a video. Oh my God, Ya Allah, wow, nice. Mama, كيف حالك? Hello. I started feeling the benefits. طيب, I want to watch movies about something I love. Really, can I do it? خلاص, when I'm sitting here, without going to the cinema? Yes, no need. Netflix, YouTube, whatever. Just we do it. Tick, 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 tick. Oh my God. Can I listen to some music? Yes. Can I listen to? Yes, 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 yes. Can I call? Can I have? After doing all of these things became part of my life, I can't live without it. I can't live without it, literally. صح ولا لا? Am I exaggerating? Many of us, can we live without mobiles now, by the way? Wallahi, we can't. We will be as if we are completely disabled. We can't move. أبسطها أسخفها الجوجل مابس الآن يعني. أنت بدون جوجل مابس سلامتك وتعيش. You know سلامتك وتعيش؟ بالأردن اطفئ صف على اليمين. ترجم بالسوري شو؟ شو الترجمة السورية سلامتك وتعيش؟ مشان تغطي كل اللهجات. وفي رواية على السكين يا بطيخ. هاي كلها مصطلحات. You understand? The Egyptian one. سلامتك وتعيش. العوض بسلامتك. اوكي العوض بسلامتك. اوكي العوض بسلامتك. فالconcepts. This cell phone mobile is Islam for me. Okay? I have it. I inherited. I own it. But no benefit, no realizing for the benefits, no appreciation. As if I don't have it. So what's the benefit? I'm just holding it. Okay, do you have a mobile? Yes. Do you watch your, for example, lectures? Lectures? Through what? How? Zoom? What is Zoom? I have no idea. I'm ignorant. So therefore, no benefit. وَلِلَّهِ الْمَثَلُ الْأَعْلَى. So our situation, if we do not keep comparing, analyzing, focusing, reflecting, seeking knowledge about our system, will be like someone who has inherited this great device without having any idea about how to be used. He is having it as a physical weight. Here, no benefits, and it's a load without any can. So therefore, even if someone, mashallah, you have mobile, no, I'm sorry, I don't have it. Why shall I be proud of it? I don't know anything about it. That's why here come to make the practical projection أو الإسقاط على واقعنا. Why some youth, they feel shy to let their colleagues at public school know that they pray. They go behind the corner and بيصلي بس ما بدهم الناس تشوفوا انه بيصلي. They don't want to know. What does this mean? You don't appreciate the value of the fact that you are a Muslim and you feel happy that you are prostrating. You need to let the people know. Don't feel shy that you are praying. For example, why some sisters, may Allah forgive them, they don't feel proud at all with their hijab because مسكينات, they have the same problem. No one explained to them. It's just my mother, I saw it. Okay, البس تحجبي and that's it. خلاص. طب why? What's the evidence? What kind of benefits? What does it mean? She was not raised up on the concept of a full system, and it's a simple part of a full package. It's not a piece of cloth as a hijab. Okay, I'm not saying hijab is the most important thing in Islam. No. It's a part of Islam. But we keep always talking about it because it's very clear. بالجبهة, it's in the front all the time attacking Islam because of the hijab. But hijab itself, it's misunderstood. It's a package, it's a meaning. It contains how to talk, how to walk, what to wear. It contains the perfume. It contains the way of talking. وَلَا تَخْضَعْنَ بِالْقَوْلِ. It contains the makeup. It contains many things. When you understand why, in terms of its relation with this society completely, with the relation between males and females and males, all together, you will appreciate it because you understand it and you lived accordingly. Then you can be proud and you will be a reason of teaching the others. Okay? This is my idea. Quick 3 examples. Example number 1. Now I finished the idea of Corona and the benefit and the concepts and the relation. Generally speaking, now we can cover many topics, but just to prove my case, I will give you very quick 1 to 3 examples. Example number 1. Who is the only religion on earth which strictly prohibits drinking alcohol? Islam, that's it. No other system. طيب. What is one of the biggest problems on earth which caused car accidents? Alcohol. Do you know how many millions of people on earth, millions, they lose their lives? If you want to discuss it from a human rights perspective, Millions, I'm talking just about losing lives now. Car accident with a lot of losses and damages, which cost billions and billions. One of the main reasons, drinking alcohol. طيب, common sense says what? يا عمي, if you are losing lives by millions, damages with trillions, common sense says what? Stop drinking alcohol, which means stop producing alcohol. Are you with me? Common sense, if you brought 10 children from different 10 places now, without being biased by any previous system, just simple logic, children from China, from Japan, from Brazil, from United States, from Scandinavian countries, from South Africa, just children. And you have a simple language with them. You tell them, this is alcohol. When you drink this, you lose control here. When you lose control here, you do a lot of bad things. What's the solution? You will get it. Don't drink it. Very simple. Very simple. Are you with me? Now, how many crises and disasters and diseases we need as human beings to reach so that you will be convinced that this is the solution, which is already 1400 years ago. We are the only people who are proud that it's part of our system. This does not mean that all of us we are applying it. But I want you just to know, by the way, realizing the truth in itself, it's a big, big achievement. Even if the people, they don't know it, even if they don't appreciate it, even if the rest, they don't care. But at least you know, you believe, and you are aware. In itself, it's a big achievement. And say Alhamdulillah for this. The other example, sexual relations now, in general. Sexual diseases are causing the losses of people by millions, such as the HIV virus, which is very well known. Millions and millions and millions of people. In Islam, is it solved from the very beginning? What is the main, by the way, what's the main reason for sexual diseases? Fornication, adultery, the main reasons, which is, they call it in English, the promiscuity. العلاقات الجنسية خارج مؤسسة الزواج. In Islam, it's strictly marriage, period. Outside that, everything's prohibited. Go and see millions of people who have diseases. Their lives, they are destroyed. For us, it's solved from the very beginning. How many decades still humanity need to reach to know that this is the truth? But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is challenging us, by the way. سَنُرِيهِمْ آيَاتِنَا فِي الْآفَاقِ وَفِي أَنفُسِهِمْ حَتَّى يَتَبَيَّنَ لَهُمْ أَنَّهُ الْحَقِّ. We will show them our signs, the power of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the horizons and in their selves, till it becomes clear for them that it is the truth. But after that, do you think the problem is solved? By the way, when any one of us knows the truth, is the problem solved? Khalas? No, because many people, they know the truth, but you need to accept it and to submit yourself with it. Or otherwise, Iblis knew the truth, but he what? Refused. قال أنا خير منه. He was not ignorant. He realized, but he refused. But knowing is the bottom line. Realizing, idrak. And this is what we are trying to do now. Just to be proud of your religion and system. Simple examples. And the final example, which I finish with, which is the riba, interest. Many of you heard that riba is haram, riba is haram, riba is haram, riba is haram. Why riba is haram? Why interest is haram in Islam? Let me explain it. I will do my best in less than 5 minutes. And I ask Allah to let you, if you understood this simple concept, this could change your life. To realize when we say riba is haram in Islam, to realize why. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created the humans, part of His system that He created in His life, He created the money and the concept of money. Money, nuqud. Okay? Money by the divine design is created to be used بدل منفعة أو بدل بضاعة أو صدقة ومساعدة. Allah designed by default the concepts through Adam and who came after them that money is created for the concept to be replaced with a service, service, منفعة, خدمة, or an item, goods, buy, sell. You have, for example, food, money, I take food. Now you have money, you want bread, you take bread, you take money. Okay? Now this person had money, he wants to fix his car with the mechanic. Money, منفعة. So it's either service or a replacement with something that I buy and sell, or I help, القرض الحسن, just a donation, a صدقة. Okay? These are mainly it's created. Now, when we talk about منفعة as well as service or منفعة, we add to it or part of it or next to it what we call تنمية المال, تجارة. تنمية المال is created by مشاركة, partnership. Okay? Which means, for example, the brother here is expert in bodybuilding. The brother here is expert in IT, for example. The brother here, let's say he is amazing in his public relations. I have money, I don't have anything in IT or in public relation or in sports. I come to them, I want to open 3 companies. I have 10 millions. I want to share with you. You have a gym, you operate it, you manage it, I share you. Money with your experience. Both of us, we go in a company. If we go up, both. If we go down, both. Okay? I go to him, I want to make an IT company. If we go up, both. If we go down, both. Okay? This is why money created. What is the banking system? Banking system, it works like the vampire. Look what happens. You have a group of people, okay, they have money and they are lazy, they don't want to do any action. Those group of people, they have money. Those the people of money, they come to the bankers. They say, look, we have money, we don't want to share anyone, we don't want to help, we want to put the money with you, and those people, they say, we will give you interests. Okay? So the money is with the bankers now, of the rich people. With me? So the rich people, they are not working, they just put their money in the bank. They are not sharing, they are not suffering, they are not whatever, just the money in the bank. The people of the bank, they have the money now. We go to the masses of the people. They say, you do want to do what? I want to open a gym. I want to open IT company. I want a public relation company. They give him money with interest. Look what happens. They don't share. They say, take this money. Whether you are up or down, we don't care. Okay? You just work. If you can bring it, it's good. If you can't, we will seize everything, kick you out, we will take everything. So the money itself became bida'ah, the money. Okay? Instead of this is created to be a replacement for something and to help everyone in the society to solve their problems, money itself became, okay, iqrad, money with money, money with money. Money with money means complete controlling by a minority, and the majority of humanity will be slaves for them because they will keep paying interest, 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 interest. Hardly they can live all the time. They're paying just interest. And those people, they became from rich to millionaires, to multi-millionaires, multi-billionaires, multi-trillionaires in like a space rocket minority with trillions, control for the majority as slaves, money with money. No one cares whether you are up or down because the religion is money. It's not sharing. So by this, they destroyed, they killed the concept of why money is created. And this is how they enslave the people. That's why riba is haram. You know why? Riba is haram because it's one of the amazing tools to enslave people. Is it clear? And it's a little bit difficult concept. But I hope that I was able just to clear. Now, I gave you an idea about zina, an idea about alcohol, an idea about riba. Just understand, because at a certain, by the way, let me just tell you, because of the crisis, because of the corona, many banks on earth, they announced that they will give loans with zero interest. Have you heard this? No, they did it. Some people, zero interest. What is zero interest? It's Islam. It's Islam. Are you with me? We don't have interest, we have sharing. We go up together, we go down together. يسموه توزيع النفع والضرر. We share. Whatever, sharing. It's the amazing share. It's the design by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Examples can we keep going with the example many times. I will conclude now. I finished my talk. What was the title of the talk? Who can remind me? The title. Yes, Lynn? Issue value. Huh? Yes, Ibrahim? Yes, very close. Yes? Jazakallah khair, yes. Have you realized or have you noticed the value? This is what my question. Okay? The value of Islam. This is what I start the challenge. Now, can you answer me? Have you noticed the value? Have you realized? What is next step? Apply it. Yes. Do whatever to apply. And please, please, be proud of the gift that Allah gave you. Don't look down to this gift. The fact that you are a Muslim, you have to be proud, not arrogant, be careful. Proud of the treasure, but be humble with the people. But let the people know, because you have it. By the way, let me tell you something. This is not yours. I mean Islam. It's his. Okay? This is not mine. Islam is not mine. It's not our property. It's for human beings. But share it. But you can't share it if you don't know it. If you don't appreciate it. If you don't know the value of it. How come you will do marketing for something you yourself does not have the feeling towards it? It's a common sense. You have to do it by yourself. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala inshallah give you the power to be a true representatives inshallah of this great Islam. And so that when you stand before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the day of judgment, you will be able really, when you ask, Ya Abdi, what have you done with what I gave you? Ya Allah, I did so and so. Ya Allah, I feel proud that I used all the time to speak on your behalf because I was applying this in my life, alhamdulillah. Imagine, keep thinking about this because this is an ultimate reality. We will stand before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and we will ask, you know the very famous hadith, حتى يسأل عن أربع لا تزول قدم عبد. None of us will be taken to his final destination unless we will ask about four main things in our life. And your life, and عمره فيما أفناه. You spend your life in what? Your body. It was ruined in what? Doing what exactly? Your time, your knowledge, your ilm, your money. What have you done? So you have a treasure. I keep repeating. You have a treasure. Know it very well. Live it very well. Convey it to others. So that when you meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you will be proud. Jazakumullah khair. Now, we have just 15 minutes for the iqamah. If we have questions, I can take one or two questions. Otherwise, we will stop. Do you have questions? Brothers, sisters? Any question? Any comment? You would want to add something? Yes, Shahad? Can you speak a little bit louder?
So in university, we once had the ambassador to the European Union, the Canadian ambassador. Her name is Ailish Campbell. So she was a woman, and she was speaking to us about her work. And then one of the audience asked her, how do you deal with working with men and, men not belittling you or, assaulting you or whatever. So she was saying several things. One of them, she makes her voice deeper. Two things she said that I remember. So she she makes her voice deeper, or like she doesn't go high pitched. And then the second thing is whenever she has a meeting one-on-one with a man, she has to bring a third party. So I was like, subhanAllah, the first one is وَلَا تَخْضَعْنَ بِالْقَوْلِ, and then the second one is, like mahram.
Yes.
So I was like, subhanAllah, this again, Islam.
By the way, because of Corona, when they pushed us not to socialize unless with our social bubble. What is the social bubble? It's the concept of mahram. What is it? Don't socialize except with your social bubble. إحنا, you know bubble? Bubble يا خالي. Subhanallah, what is this? What is this? Subhanallah. We do it in a general level, okay? But we have it. When we say the sisters, you know what I mean? Don't, okay, have a boyfriend, don't go with anyone, don't spend, your life, subhanAllah, social, just with this. The virus made us aware of the importance of these things. That's the meaning of سَنُرِيهِمْ آيَاتِنَا فِي الْآفَاقِ وَفِي أَنفُسِهِمْ. And one of the good things I advise you, as long as there are no questions, thank you, Shaykh, Jazakumullah khair. And we'll finish. I advise, please, spare your time 15 minutes a day, just a day, to do what? You know what? Just listen to 1 or 2 videos, 7 minutes each for a new Muslim converts. Listen to them why they decided to become Muslims, especially for the sisters. Even though one of the biggest flags that are raised against Islam is women's rights, yet the majority of Muslim reverts are women. What does this tell you? The biggest attack against Islam is through the gate of women. Women's right, women's hijab, women's inheritance, women's 24/7 شغالين بالإسلام عبر بوابة المرأة. Yet the majority are women. This tells you, you know what? Even though they are supposed to be very far, but when they discover the reality, immediately they become Muslims. But when they discover, when they read something, when someone explains to them, when a brother or a sister deals with them in a nice way, just to open the gate or to break the ice, some immediately, because they appreciate and they realize, because they are living in the other side of the river, in the other bank, they don't know it. Once they realize part of it, immediately they will embrace it. By the way, to embrace اعتناق, you know what's the meaning to embrace in Arabic? اعتنق, from العنق. What is the اعتناق? When you wear, شو بسموه الطوق هذا? Necklace? Wearing the necklace here, it's part of the meaning of اعتناق. When we say اعتنق الإسلام, it's as if bringing it and putting it like this. It is very close, dear things to me. اعتناق. Why they do this? Because they realized. Because they have lost everything there. So when they discover, immediately they become. So keep listening to them. This will let you appreciate what you have. خلاص? جزاكم الله خيرا. See you inshallah next time. I don't know when. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you for having me. Assalamu rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
شكرا يا دكتور أمجد على today's lecture. It was so nice.